been gone a long time. I don't know how many of you missed me, but I know I definitely miss talking in front of a camera. Yet, during the time I've been gone, I realized just how much life I was missing by being in front of a camera. Between the ages of 14 and 17, my life was mostly online. Outside of streaming and making videos, the two things I did consistently were go to class and go to the gym. I didn't have much of an IRL social life, frequently felt very alone, depressed, and anxious, and never went to sleep with a sense of satisfaction. Yet, I gaslit myself into thinking I was fine by staying occupied with fitness, content creation, and a never-ending school grind. Surely I couldn't be lonely because I had so much fun while talking to people on stream. But why would I then always sit in my chair or lie on the floor afterwards with dim LEDs and the most depressing music I could find? I was making solid progress with slimming down, yet why could I never be happy with my appearance? I made it into a top university in the US, yet my phenomenal performance in community college began to slip, and I was suddenly struggling with everything and started hating my major. I felt hollow. When the 2024 fall semester rolled around, I decided to take a break from content creation for my last year in university so I could try to raise my GPA and embrace a bit more of college life. Over the summer, I had started swing dancing, so I joined the club at UVA. For my 18th birthday, I celebrated with a few close friends and decided I would start taking advantage of potential social situations instead of staying on the grind, because I had a lot of fun spending time with friends. That resolution changed my life. Over the next few months, I embarked on several journeys that I never thought would be part of my life story. If you want to hear more about any of these events in particular, just comment below and I'll start doing storytime content, but so much happens that in this video I'm just going to run through everything in chronological order. September, I turned 18, got a tattoo, started UVA swing dance, met my online best friend.
Oh my god.
October, went to my first frat party, met and got with my current boyfriend, started doing photography for his band, and realized that I'm bisexual. In November, I performed dance for the first time, and did a variety of things that I might not be able to mention on YouTube for a few years. In December, I got my passport renewed and went to Paris to meet my boyfriend's family, saw one of the biggest French artists perform, and visited all the major Parisian landmarks while touring the city. In January, I went to the ER for the first time and got a job. In February, I took a friend to the ER, got the worst haircut imaginable, and did a lot of prowling around campus late at night, just doing stuff. It was a warm February. We got opportunities to do things. In March, I visited the aforementioned online best friend for a Baby No Money concert where I cosplayed as him, gave him my resume, and got an internship from the production company he works with. I also rehoused my parakeets, so you'll no longer hear them in the background of videos. Went on my first spring break trip, was part of a fake wedding at the frat house, and practically moved into there. In April, just this past month, I reached my 6-month anniversary with my boyfriend, had another dance performance, saw Billy Strings play live, and became very popular at the frat house. Finished deep cleaning my entire room, which I cannot stress enough. This was huge. I had been spending so much time trying to pull it together after getting the birds to new place, after also delaying cleaning it before the birds were rehoused because I knew they were going to be in a new place and I didn't want to clean once and then clean again, so I just saved it all for once. It was a mess. And then I also got a class ring, which is pretty cool. And now it's May. In about a week from now, I'll officially graduate from the University of Virginia with a Bachelor of Science degree in Behavioral Neuroscience. Other things happening this month include going to a couple more concerts, starting my internship, and potentially road tripping down to Florida. There was a lot more that happened over the past few months that I didn't mention because they were very personal or would risk me getting mentioned a few too many times on Twitter, but I think at the right place and the right time I'll talk about them. Since I'm done with school, I plan to maintain consistent uploads on all platforms and start putting time into online content again. I love being a creator, but I also love taking time to have real-life experiences. For a decent amount of time over the summer, I'll have little to no access to the internet because of international travel, which I'm genuinely looking forward to. Sometimes it's nice to disconnect from the constantly judging universe and simply be offline to be more in touch with the world around you in a given moment. I found that it's easier to create memories of my own when I'm not so worried about the memories everyone else is making. Additionally, it has been so mentally refreshing to experience real people. Not that people online aren't real, but there's no lens or filter that's applied to people in person, and they're tangible. I can hug my friends, dance at parties with strangers, cook dinner with my boyfriend. Doing these things is so much more emotionally fulfilling than anything else I've done. Am I maybe less productive? Sure. Did I fall off the grind set? You could say that. But do I not feel empty anymore? Absolutely. Do I have interesting stories to tell? 100%. Am I admittedly less stressed because I'm not agonizing over an extra 100 calories in a day? Hell yeah. And those are all trade-offs that I think are worth it. So, what am I trying to say here? What message do I want people to take away from this? If I could give one TLDR to this video, it would be that you need to live. Not in a, oh, you're so sexy, don't kill yourself way, which is true, but more in a, do a bit more than touch grass and find what makes you feel whole way. Even if you're an introvert, it's absolutely worth trying. Before I walked into that first frat party, I had an anxiety attack and spent 15 minutes convincing myself to go in. If I hadn't done that, I never would have met my boyfriend, never would have gone to Paris, never met most of my friends. Things might be uncomfortable at first, but in the end, they're oftentimes worth it. So give yourself reasons to live life, not just reasons to avoid ending it all, but reasons to put in effort every day to make yourself happy. I will start uploading funny things again soon. I'm tired of politics. They are exhausting me and I want to leave this godforsaken country.